Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Just kidding. Don't worry. I won't make you listen to me sing. Happy holidays, everyone. To celebrate my favorite time of year, I thought we'd do something a little different this week. We're going to bring to life our recent article on a yummy pumpkin apple toddy featuring Workhorse Rye's heirloom pumpkin bitters. So welcome to my kitchen. So this super simple recipe is a fun twist on a hot toddy, introducing both apple cider and pumpkin bitters to the mix. You can get the full ingredients and directions on our website, but let's roll through this quickly live. So what we have here is 16 ounces of apple cider. I really prefer a cloudy or unfiltered apple cider if you can find one like this one here. We also have 4 star anise, whole star anise, 2 cinnamon sticks, 6 whole cloves, and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and then honey to taste. And I have it kind of off to the side over here because you really should wait until the very end of making all of this to decide if you want your hot toddy any sweeter or not. So you may not need any at all, and it's there in case you do need it. For the alcohol, you need about 6 to 8 ounces of whiskey. So I have that poured in here. And I encourage you to experiment with the whiskey because honestly, I haven't had a bad batch of this yet. I've used bourbons, I've used whiskeys, I've used all different ones, and they kind of bring a different element depending on what you like. And so then you also need 4 to 6 sleeves of the featured kind of Workhorse Rye pumpkin bitters. All right, so first things first. We kind of add all the non-alcohol ingredients to a small pot. And it's important that you don't add the alcohol up front because otherwise you will cook all of the alcohol out. And that defeats the whole purpose. What I'm doing here is you don't have to do this. You can just dump all the spices in straight if you want to. But I prefer to wrap up my spices in a little bit of cheesecloth so that way when it's time to take the spices out and drink your drink, you can just pull this whole little packet out and, be ready to go instead of having to get out a strainer and strain them out or pick them out one by one or whatever the case may be. So that is what I'm doing here, but totally up to you. I didn't tie that very well, but good enough. So we dump this in here, we heat it up to a boil, and then once it comes to boiling, and I'm not going to make you wait for that here, but once it comes up to boiling, you really just want to then put the lid on the pot, take it off the heat, and let it sit for 10 minutes or so all of those kind of flavors can infuse and the cider gets really spicy and delicious. Okay, so now that our spices have been steeping in here for about 10 minutes, we are going to pull them right out and discard them. And then we're going to add in our alcohol. So we add in our 6 ounces of whiskey and our, let's see here, 1 sleeve, 2, 3, 4. That last one seemed a little small. I'm going to do 1 more. There we go. So we mix all that in. This is the point where you can take a quick little taste to see how you're feeling about the sweetness level. I'm liking that sweetness just fine. Once we're done, you can do a couple of fun little things for garnishes if you want to get fancy. So one thing that I have here that I will show more up close is I have sliced apples. And what you do is you want to sprinkle a little bit of sugar over them, and then you get to take out this fun thing and brulee the apples. And then you just stick a toothpick through them and stick it on top of your apple cider. Add a little bit of homemade whipped cream. That's even more fun sometimes if you have some of that. And then you have a delicious, lovely night to snuggle in with a great holiday flick and someone you love, or in my case, my adorable cat, which means, yay, 2 hot toddies for me. This recipe does make 2, so you can double it if you need to make more. But there you go, a nice little holiday hot toddy for you. Happy holidays, drink craft and drink local. Cheers. I'm back. As a quick reminder, the Crafty Cask is a scrappy little startup, but we have big ideas and plans to help all of you discover and drink amazing craft alcohol. So if you like what you see, please hit like and leave us some comments below. The more support we get, the more we'll be able to create even better content for all of you and bring our amazingly fun vision to life. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel here or our mailing list here. Thanks so much and happy craft drinking.